Hey guys, I'm Ron, and I've been hacking things my whole life. Hope you're doing well. Why you want to watch this video is if you are getting a CNC plasma table, which why you click the link. These are 12 things. I actually have like 14 or 15 things that I didn't find when I was searching before I got the table. And if you're waiting for your table, there's a lot you can do. If you already have your table, maybe you'll be interested in my $20 water circulation system where I used a bin from my daughter's room and some hot glue, and I put it all together. This is the hackLAB. All right, let's get going with these 12 tips. The first one is the laptop stand. Absolutely. Was a great investment. By the way, Langmuir is not an affiliate of mine. I have no code down below yet. Maybe they'll be in the future. But right now, I'm just telling you the honest opinion. But it's going to be helpful to you if you're about to decide, or maybe you're waiting on a table. All right, so it's important that you have a fast enough computer next to you, not only to run fire control, which was the free software that comes with it all. It's a G-code software, so you have to open a G-code file and then it sends to the table. You're going to want to run Fusion 360, which is free right now for hobbyists and small business owners, or hobbyists and students. Yeah. And you're going to want to run Fusion. I'm able to create a simple circle or all my shapes right there on Fusion and then send them over to fire control. So the number one tip is have a machine or a laptop that's good enough to run Fusion 360. I know that there's other programs like SolidWorks, but I use Fusion 360. The second thing is unpacking it. Be very careful when you're unpacking this piece of equipment, which is amazing. But the first package, which came last, 136 pounds, some slats fell out, and it was kind of my fault. I was moving pretty fast like I do, and they fell on my foot. They almost broke my toe. They cut my shoes, but go slow. Wear steel toe boots if you have to, but just literally go slow. The slats are stored inside the tube rails, so you're going to want to go slow on that. The next thing is that when you're assembling it, it's helpful to have a raised table. That raised table will help you assemble the base. Of course, if you have a friend, invite them over. Also, have a set of Allen wrenches, like a really good set that's organized. And of course, sockets all ready to go. Have a bit for your drill. And then follow the instructions to a T. Pre-read the instructions. They are absolutely critical. Okay, have zip ties. Have a lot of large zip ties. I get mine at Harbor Freight. I can't imagine buying them anywhere else. They're around $2 or $2.50 US, and they are amazing. Also, casters. These casters will screw right into the bottom. You need 4 of these casters. I believe it's 3/8, but don't. I think it's 3/8. Definitely, this is the right size caster. So those casters will screw in and you can roll it around. I put it right by the garage door so that the sparks can go out and I can go ahead and show it off to my neighbors and brag, and then maybe get some orders for some metal signs for this summer. So make some money and pay this thing off, you know? All right, the next thing is your welding glasses. I have 2 types that I'm going to be showing you. Obviously, this is something you want to do at your own risk. These are self-darkening glasses, and they come with a mask, but they come off because you don't want to wear that big, huge mask, because I distance myself from the sparks. The next set of glasses that I keep, around 2 pair. These are around $18 US. These are made by Lincoln Electric, and these are shade 5, and I keep those around. I never stare at that light, okay? Never stare at the beam, man. You ever seen Poltergeist? Don't look into the light, Caroline. All right, the next thing is if you've got the torch height control, don't rush into that. Do that later. You don't need it for your first cut. Just disable it inside of fire control if you have to. That chip needs to be installed in a particular way. So if you go fast, that's not going to be good. You do not need that to do your first cut. That thing is $400. You don't want to screw it up. All right, the next thing is the water system. Okay, so we're on number 9. So the water system is really critical. I got a bin from my daughter's room. I went ahead and put a nipple under each of the pans a 1/4-inch nipple and went down with some flexible tube, teed it, and then went into a bin, and then I went back up with a pump that I was using for my pond. My poor little fishes are going to be dead. Green plasma 1050. I measure it inside of this creamer bottle here. Please wear gloves and glasses for that. That stuff will prevent all the corrosive things for your table. I didn't use it the first time, and even the first night my table got rusty. That's normal. Those are sacrificial slats that are there that will actually burn out. Mine have already burned out on my first cut. So, but this plasma not only looks cool, but it will prevent all the corrosion. Every night I drain my system automatically. It was really kind of a pain to get under there, even though that I'm only a DIY hobbyist. It was just really a little bit more difficult. Okay, so the next thing is the air compressor. Don't mess around with the air compressor. I bought a gray market air compressor from, a lot of times there's returns. I bought a big honking air compressor. You're gonna want to have consistent PSI. Buy a used one to bring down the cost to get, you know, people say like a really good air compressor is $1,000. I got mine for $300. It's 60 gallons. It's a 220 crazy thing, and I bought it for $300. So buy one gray market or buy one used air compressor. Okay, last tip, which is really important. Take your time and learn Fusion on another level. That's the CAM. There's CAD, computer-aided design, and then there's computer-aided manufacturing. There's a thing under Fusion 360 called manufacture. Understand your feed rates. There's a great Google Doc out there. I'll link below that someone on the Langmuir forum put up that shows all the feed rates for the 45. That's what I bought. And that is good. All right, so let's talk about my first cut because it didn't go well. So first cut here, you can see here that in my first cut, I was doing a bottle opener with the hackLAB logo, and it didn't cut through. You can even see in the back how it melted the molten metal right there in the back. Obviously, I knew that it worked because I had been cutting this huge heavy stock, or actually my friend was cutting this Byron, and we knew that the plasma cutter worked really, really well. So what I did is I went on to that Google Doc, and meanwhile I was trying it without knowing what I was doing. Here is another piece that I cut out, a little robot. Again, here I was melting everything. And what I learned for my first cut, cutting out that little circle, was I did successfully cut out a little circle, and here is the deal. You want to not do a complicated shape first. You're going to want to cut out something very, very simple, a 2-inch circle or whatever millimeters that is. What mine was doing is my feed rate was way too slow. So I was really spending a lot of time with a lot of amps, going full throttle, basically remelting the metal back. So even though that it was cutting it, it was remelting the metal back. So again, I'm new at this, so I'm gonna get better at this. And every single time that I have a problem, I put it up to the Langmuir forum and they answer the question. Just sort of similar to my software, Jump. So my day job. So anyways, that's it, guys. I'm loving the machine. I like everything so far. Probably the biggest relief was my water system. And also I had to run a 220 line. I had to get an electrician for that. So this has been quite an endeavor. I would say that the air compression and the electricity and stuff like that, it's kind of behind me now. But the learning curve of the CAM and Fusion, those are the things that I underestimated getting this. I thought that the machine was pretty affordable as far as what I'm able to do. I'm so excited about what's next now that everything is working and stuff like that. But I thought my biggest thing was like, making it movable. The table is a little bit bigger than I thought, but oh well. I'm just super excited about this. I can't wait for you to get yours or whatever you're making, showing it. To show it off. So thanks for watching, guys. Whatever you do, make something that connects someone. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. And thanks for subscribing and liking. I really appreciate your support. Bye. Take care. Love you.